I don't know. We did do a lot of learning about the shadow.
I'm gonna move some of these lets
Okay.
because you can actually just go to here.
Oh,
did we decide if
Ish.
we're keeping that strat, the uptime one?
Let's try it.
I think we wanted to do it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Are we gonna
Why
bait
is the
all
four
the
the
Shadow
one that's-
Keeper ones on the south side of the boss, or are we gonna do it like in that Twitch clip where they just
What?
went to the opposite
Just
side of
just
the
do
shadow?
this out. I don't see why we would want to do that.
Give me a.
I think that A is wrong, but I eyeballed it.
Can you guys just explain that to me again? Like I said last night, I was kind of.
Okay,
So when we get.
let's just start at the top. We're going to start at the top.
Okay, good, yeah.
So the first thing that's going to happen is he's going to start glowing with either his eyes or his tail while simultaneously spawning a shadow. So obviously be following that indicator. If the tail is glowing, then be in front of the shadow. If his eyes are glowing, be behind the shadow. Then he's going to get up. So get the fuck out unless you want to basically die or why is the 4 different? Oh, unless you want to die or pretty much just have your DPS die. Then he's going to do a Giga Slash with a shadow. So look at which side of his he's cleaving and get on the corresponding side of the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's going to do a tank buster called Umbra Smash, I think. Yeah, Umbra Smash. So I'm going to provoke off of you. Then he's going to do either Unleash or Edge. And if it's Unleash, I'm going to come to the party and stack with everybody in the butt for that. And if it's an Edge, I'm going to stay out. Then he is going to... sorry, I'm chewing. And he's going to use Shadow Cleave, which... Are these markers for our Shadow Cleaves, Ivy? Or...
Yeah, you can go up this far. You don't need to go any further.
Okay, the C, yeah, well, we'll see. The C and B look a little close, but whatever. Let's try doing the uptime strat, so everyone be max melee when he casts Shadow Cleave, so that we get hit with our Proteans. Our initial shadows will appear behind us, and everyone is going to, with their tethers, move through the boss's hitbox to the other side of him. And position yourself. You don't need to worry about anybody else's tether. Intersecting other people's tethers or shadows does not affect you at this point. So position yourself across this hitbox in such a way that you can still see your shadow. You have a couple of seconds to do this. During the cast of Blighted Something, which is a really long cast, your shadow...
There's dual
Isn't it
thing
dual
first.
spell?
Dual
That's
spell.
when he starts giving us the numbers.
Yeah.
Cool. So during the cast of dual spell, your shadow will appear with a number, either 1, 2, or 3. And like we explained last night, the middle soak is basically a triple fart stack. So if you have a 1, that means that you're going to have an individual fart. You need to get out. So you can go ahead and just get out. If you see a 1, go ahead and just get out.
I don't want to stream
on your shadow.
Yes, if you have a 1 on your shadow, the one that you're tethered to, then go ahead and get out immediately, because then you're not in for the first soak. And it's actually really good timing to use the cast bar. So when the cast bar finishes, that's pretty much the corresponding time for the first pulse, the first fart of the soak. And that's pretty much when the number 1 shadows are going to do their farts. So if you're a 2, that means that you go ahead and get out as soon as the cast finishes, because it has snapshotted you in. So you move out for the second pulse, take your individual pulse away, and then if you're a 3, or sorry, you take your individual pulse away and then move back in. Sorry, number 2s, and then number 3s you just stay in until the third hit of damage. If you're not sure of the timing, just look at other people who are moving out for the 2s. Like watch them move out, and then when they come back in, you move out.
Okay. And then for the Shadow Cleave, where we're getting into Protean spots at max melee.
Yes.
So you'll be main tanking there, so you'll be at A then, and I'll just be at 2?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. That way the boss doesn't turn if you go to 2.
Right. And just for the record, when I say get out, I mean continue walking out of his hitbox away from your clone. Don't go like anywhere near your shadow. Sorry, anywhere near your doppelganger. Then after, like, and I mean a long time, don't worry. After that, he's going to cast Shadow Keeper, which is going to teleport all of our shadows to basically behind us, like they originally spawned with the Protean waves. So I'm thinking that we can all just
Every
stack
time I hear
south
that, I just
and
think of
face
the
him,
meme.
and all of our shadows will appear behind us.
Nothing personal.
And as soon as they teleport behind us, we all just move east and west away from them and away from the subsequent cleave that they're about to do before disappearing.
That would make sense.
And that is it for that mechanic. So that would be like what I would consider phase 1. Do you want to
Yeah.
try that?
Sure. Let's do that. See what happens.
Here we go.
Heal.
Don't mind the NQ food.
So
How long are we
where are
going
we
for?
putting the? Just to reiterate, where are we putting our clones at the end?
We're
These
dropping
ones?
them off at sea, facing us. And then we're going to move away from them.
Can the person that was originally south also be there, or will they activate the wrong clone during the cast part? Can that happen?
They'll need to be somewhere else, I think.
I still have no idea how these
They can
things
go
work.
north, probably.
Yeah. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter as long as we put them in predictable spots.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do it for science, whoever's south.
No, that might prevent southeast and southwest from going south too. That might be too close to their doppelgangers
Oh,
as well.
Okay. What if we do what they do in the video, where you just go to the opposite side of where you did your original?
Do they have
If,
to face
um,
out?
So if southeast and southwest are like out here on the marker, like max melee, and we're going to sea, it should be fine. That distance should be enough. It's only when you're like, if my clone is 3 and I'm here, this is too close.
What was your
We can
question,
just-
Lance? About
We can just test it though to see if it
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
activates.
Let's just test it. Besides, that's like the end of the mechanic. We still gotta get to the birds.
Oh, I forgot to boot ACT.
Vince, your mic.
Hey.
Mine alongside. Whoops. It's away from the shadow. I'm such a
Ow.
doofy. Let's get out.
To the
Biggest
shadows.
Oh, you can actually see the shadow swing.
I trust it so.
I got lucky. Yeah, I was casting.
That just confused me for some reason. Start moving. Or no, not yet, sorry. Damn it, I messed up.
Oh dear.
I'm getting less.
Yeah, it's not gonna last long enough.
Oh.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Goodbye.
I've been shit.
See, this is why I wasn't so worried about the end of the mechanic.
Max
Yeah, you guys were
melee.
talking about stuff, and I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm just gonna have to.
I didn't get it.
One's out. Two's out.
Oh, that was a little late on the two side.
Wait, the
I don't know
shadow
if I got
also
it in
did an
time.
explosion. I got hit by a shadow explosion.
The
So
shadow
the-
explosions don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's the person who's
It's
tethered in the
mine?
shadow that is exploding.
Oh, okay. I took a decent chunk of damage there. Yeah.
If
Probably
you're in the
because
middle, that would be why.
there's somebody
I
who
was
would-
not in the middle. I walked out because I was 2. I took the first hit and walked out. I think
I'm
you
pretty
almost took
sure
damage
I
from that,
saw
right?
you getting snapshotted in the middle.
Do I have to run
Do
out as
the-
soon as the cast finishes?
Yeah. Like, you don't even need to be in the center, you can just be in his hitbox, and that counts for the stat.
Who does the stat go on?
One of the healers.
explosions aside, the shadows.
Really gonna get out. See the shadows right? I'll let small call it. Okay, okay. I'm gonna get
Anything that's left on his sleeve left.
this. He's infolding this section. Okay, I've taken it.
No, not yet. Now Purdy.
Which one's my spot?
Let's just use your.
Your
spot.
E9 slots.
Well, Taka's in it right now.
First out. Two's out.
I got hit.
Three's out. Oh no, he moves!
Shadow teleporting.
Uh-oh.
Die? Cool. Does someone's shadow cleave?
Yeah,
Every-
shadows are going
Everybody's
everyone.
shadow.
After Shadow Keeper, it's always Shadow. You've been chosen.
Well, is either stack south or just go real far out. He'll drop the shadow right and then go back in.
Essentially, yeah, that's the difference between the two strats. If that was what
Speak-
you were asking.
Speaking from a caster perspective, stacking south doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of trying to push for just the opposite side of.
My only
Reverse.
concern with that, do they show me the video? Where's the video?
It is in guides, but they don't do it perfectly.
Let me see what they're doing. Hold on. Let me just look at it real quick.
Yeah. The one good thing I'll say is that the shadows teleport behind you by a significant distance. So as long as you're like, I
On the
would say
marker.
halfway into the boss's hitbox, you're not going to get hit by anyone's cleave.
Okay, that's good. People are definitely not dropping at max melee in this video.
Yeah, this is a bad probably video because this is the first time apparently that they're trying it. And they're just like, okay, it works.
I mean, we can have the melee go max melee and have the range just go on their numbers.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hold
What
on,
is
let's see.
the thing that you were worried about? That's...
It's because he moves.
One of you
So-
might have to.
Oh.
Or
Like he followed me when I moved out for the stack, which I mean I don't have to move much further than that. But like
If
I
you go
don't wanna
max melee, is that fine? Is that still safe?
I feel like I didn't even go out of max melee and he started following me, but I could be wrong. Hold on, let me just see the video and see what we want to do here. Everybody be watching the video with me, just so that you all can see
screen
what's
share?
going on.
Where's the screen share?
It's in the guides. If somebody legitimately needs screen share, let me know.
And back to middle, yes, exactly.
Alright.
So I start at B,
So,
my second
yeah.
clone places at D, then back to middle.
Protean Maximilian.
Yeah, people kind of
Let's
just
go.
freestyle it. It looks like for dropping off their second shadows.
Yeah.
That star feels so sad.
Okay, middle.
Can I ask a
Look at
question?
your
Can we
numbers.
try doing
Number
it
ones
the
go
way
to
my
the
other
opposite
group
side
did it
first.
and see how we like that?
I have
Absolutely.
stacks.
Okay.
Number twos go out
Like
after
our
this.
group?
Yeah.
Okay.
VR.
One.
So
ability.
it's almost the same thing. The only difference is that, for example, ranged or really everybody drops their shadow out pretty far, so that they don't have to go through the boss's hitbox to outrange it, and then they do the in-outs on the same side of the boss as their doppelganger, not going through him. And then for that Shadow Keeper cast, all they do is just turn around for a hot second so that their shadow appears behind them, and then they just walk through the shadow into the center of the boss's hitbox.
So it's the same except for the beginning, or
How far out
Could
do
we
have
not
to
just-
go with the shadow?
Could we not just do the like up to quote up time positions, and then when we go to bring our shadows out, rather than like all stacking south, we can just face outwards for that split second, and then all of the cleaves should be facing outward when we come in.
Yeah, we can compromise. That's going to be less out time, obviously, but I think if we at least try it and get through it, people will see what's happening, and we can
Mhm.
adjust it from
Yeah.
there.
and then the other issue with the quote-unquote uptime strat is him moving towards the tank is, right?
Yeah, the tank must have started south, so that he could have gone to just A and sat there. I feel like
Okay.
something. I don't know.
Okay,
I
so
guess
what
we can-
exactly are we doing? You're talking two strats, and are you trying to compromise between those two now?
Yes.
So
So,
yeah.
so for you, Trance, you're on 4, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So you'll drop your shadow back here. Probably just elusive jump for that, because that one does snapshot like on the cast. You can like move out and then immediately come back in. I would not displacement though. So
That's gross.
drop your shadow out far, then you'll run up to him to continue DPSing. We do the in-out farts like I described. So if you're, say, a 1, stay out and then move in. If you're a 2, move in, come back out for your fart, then move back in, so on and so forth. And then when he casts Shadow Keeper, you just stay where you are and then turn around so that your shadow will appear right here, and we're all going to run through the shadow into the boss's hitbox.
I thought the compromise that we do the beginning of the
That sounds exact. Isn't that just your strat then?
Yes, I got confused.
I thought the compromise that was that we do the beginning where we all do max melee, and then at the end we point the shadows away.
Okay, so max melee and then in out the same way, except opposite of the boss's hitbox, and then face out for a hot second for Shadow Keeper, and then run through the shadow, not just yours, but everyone's, into the center of the boss's hitbox to avoid the cleaves that will be going outwards.
Sounds good. Okay, that doesn't sound that bad then.
Did anything go wrong before that? Anything that small cannot call out? No?
I think we just need to do it some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to see. I think I'm just getting confused by the visuals. I've never seen the tethers like that with the little.
Mhm.
What's the
Red and
military
white.
call sign for C?
Charlie?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Right.
Oh.
Sorry, Mew.
What?
We're saying Charlie.
You're a hamster.
Oh, it's fine.
Alpha.
I think that's turn. Got it now? Okay, that's a lot.
Guardians.
The boss and the bigger clone.
That was my bad. I think my clone killed everyone.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah, I got confused for a second. I thought I was on 3, and then I saw Taka there, and then I moved, and then yeah. if the moving is an issue, Lex, for like the boss, we can always swap and I can go A if we need to go C. To start
it's-
your...
No, that's fine.
Okay.
For people like Saucy, definitely like give us some breathing room if you can.
Yeah, I can push myself shadow all the way up.
Vince, you can probably just keep doing pulls without the ready checks for the time being until we want to discuss more mechanics.
Yeah. We don't have an Astro right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
See? Charlie?
Okay, Tank Buster coming. Got it. Okay, Protean spot.
Stand at max melee. One's after. Two's out. Three's out.
Oh, I can't work towards Michael. I'm stupid.
Everybody go across your shadow and face outwards. Walk through them to the center.
Oh no. There's quite a few.
Through the boss
so-
there?
Yeah, we go through the boss to their side of them. Outside
Yeah,
of
so away from your original shadow.
yeah.
Ah, no, I don't
It's okay,
want
just
this.
reset.
He's bopping everyone who's coming back up.
Okay,
Mm,
so at the start of that whole mechanic, we're max melee from the boss. The shadows come out, we move through the boss, and then our max melee again, and then we're looking for the
No, you
number on our
want to
shadow.
be in the exact center of the boss at that point. So the only other time you be max melee is one when your shadow's number comes up, and two at the end of the mechanic when your shadow teleports to you.
Okay, so max melee, center of the boss, watch for your number. Okay, and then so one's out immediately, two's out at the end of the cast, three's out after that, and then and the way that you're going out is you're going out towards your shadow.
No,
No, you
you're
wanna
going
go away
across
from
The
the
shadows.
opposite
boss,
side.
out of the
Okay.
hitbox.
Yeah. So the reason why you want to do that is because your shadow will cleave at you if you get too close to it. So you want to be far away from that.
Push me in the face.
After the three, we're away from the boss,
Mhm.
and then
Standing
what?
at max melee, looking away, and then the shadows will teleport to you. They will be looking in the direction that you're looking. They will cleave in that direction. So you basically just need to go stand somewhere where you're not going to get cleaved.
Which would be the
Ideally,
middle.
that would be the center of the boss. I don't think.
Yeah, it's Shadowkeeper.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, he Shadowkeeper cast Shadowkeeper.
Oh, yeah, the second teleport. Sorry, I thought you meant the second orb.
I'm
As
gonna
a
be
caster,
looking
am I
away.
able?
Yes, and you want to be looking away at the end of Shadowkeeper cast. Because if you're looking in that position, your shadow is going to appear right behind you, looking in the same direction. So you don't want to have to separate. You don't want to cleave into the boss's hitbox. You want to cleave outside of the boss's hitbox.
Yeah.
So you'll be right
max
there
melee.
looking outwards.
It is
Yeah.
potentially
wanna be-
possible for everyone to face in, but it's probably not worth the risk at this point.
Further away than max melee, or like?
Just do
It
max melee for
It
right
shouldn't
now.
matter
We'll
as long as
see.
you're faced away.
Yeah.
Okay, faced away, and then once my shadow teleports, then I can turn back around on the boss.
Yep.
Move
And you
into
want
the
to
center
walk
of
away
the
from
boss.
you want to walk away from where the shadow is going to cleave. Because if you stand still, then the shadow is going to cleave directly where you are.
Okay, so once
I need, like, a
okay,
yawn
so then
count.
I move back into the boss then
Yeah,
after
so
that.
pretend I'm your shadow. I
I don't know
attack,
why, I'm so tired.
and you want to basically you just stand there, and
Did I
that's
have
perfectly
one
fine.
shade? That might be why.
Okay.
I don't think I eat.
Okay, counting down.
Yes, there has been some intermittent lag tonight, I've noticed.
Excellent.
Delta. Yep.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
You guys look. It's Alpha.
I will not with that.
It's probably magic damage. Okay, Tank Buster's coming out. I've got it now. Okay, I'm going to stack.
Stack.
Oh, gee. Oh, you can't beat this. I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
over.
Okay,
Max melee.
now I know.
Best way to learn.
One's out.
Oh,
Someone's killed us. I don't know who.
I can check the replay.
It was definitely
I
not
think
melee.
Small was kind of close in. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was his.
Oh, let me
Definitely
see.
do have to be
If
max melee, because
that- Yeah.
being in the hitbox or like next to the hitbox when you drop your shadow seems to be pretty bad.
Yeah, Trans, you looked pretty far out, but yours ended up being really close. But I don't know. Was it because I pulled the boss south when I moved through? I can't tell.
The boss doesn't. He casts the dual. Does he cast dual spell directly from the center of the arena? Does he move back into the center?
Let me
He's
think
just
about it.
casting. From
Then
wherever
that shouldn't
he
matter
is.
then, as long as we're at
Why do
boss
people
relative
so big?
around him.
Okay, it wasn't.
Matt, here.
Oh yeah, it was totally my cleave.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's go.
Good to know. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Oh no, I shouldn't use that. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind, I'm not.
Okay, again.
Got it. Let's go to D. Yeah, go somewhere else where I'm not.
Oh wait.
Two's out. Three's out. Sorry, three's out. Everyone be looking away at the end of this cast. To the center of the boss's hitbox.
Oh, mine.
Yeah, that's
Didn't
true.
make it nice enough.
Winning me.
You did it.
Oh, another tank booster.
Yeah.
Vince provoke when I'm at 4. And you got it. Stack with us if it's unleashed. Nope, cooldown instead.
You're gonna want to face him north.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It just makes this mechanic easier.
Oh boy.
Fuck is
Oh
this?
no, it's already happened.
Counterclockwise.
It's on left clean.
So he doesn't actually cleave, it's from the shadows.
Yeah.
What?
Didn't die.
I
Was it
see,
counterclockwise?
I see.
It was, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Left is counter, right is clockwise.
Hold on, Ivy, I want to explain this mechanic to this group without using clocks.
Okay.
Because it's just,
I
It
feel like
takes
the
so
clock's
much
is
brain
incredibly
power.
counterintuitive.
yeah, it's so counterintuitive. I just want to be able to call cleaving right or cleaving left.
Yeah, you can just call that, and we should just know.
Well, I'll tell you all what I do to orient myself, and then all you gotta do is move right or move left. What's he doing? Oh god, the fucking orbs.
We need to talk about this too small. No.
Goodbye, everybody.
Oh
How?
jeez.
Oh yeah!
Why the?
It's not chosen.
I just got double teamed by 2 bulls.
Ooh, I get to play.
Go on.
It's a light party stack like in 9 when we were doing wide angle, and I didn't see where it was starting. Did anyone else see?
Sort of north. It's on D. It's on D.
Can you come with
Don't
me?
kill me. Can someone else?
Ivy, let's stack together.
No, get away from me!
I'm assuming the single orbs have to be
Interesting.
single, like you have to spread out, and then if it's
Wonder how
the
many
3
more
orbs, you have to
cats are
stack
out
them,
there.
like 2
Yeah.
groups.
There should be like half the thing.
Kind of.
Right?
Yeah,
The
the
singles
singles
are
are for
tank
tanks, the other ones are for the light parties.
How do you do they always go to the tank, or
Coordinates?
can you bait them based off of proximity?
I think it's proximity.
Let's do one thing at a time. We'll talk
Yeah.
about Shadow Servant first.
So a few people died during Shadowkeeper, but did everybody kind of see what was going on? And does anybody have any questions that will help them figure it out, or just they're good to go? They just need more.
So
another
for that
try?
one, where do people need to stand in order for there to be a safe spot?
Everybody wants to stand on the other side of the boss, facing out when Shadowkeeper finishes casting. So the stacking in the middle is done. That mechanic is over, and everybody can move through the boss to the other side of your doppelganger, fully out of the hitbox. And then when he starts casting Shadowkeeper, get ready to turn around.
Oh
So
no, not that. The mechanic where we get shadows beneath us.
Oh, Shadow Servant.
So then nobody has any questions about Shadowkeeper.
That one's really straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I think the issue with mine is my shadow seemed to spawn a lot further behind me than I thought. Like it spawned right here. So all on my
Yeah.
way in, I was getting cleaved.
Yeah, it can sometimes be surprising how far behind you it teleports. It takes a while to a couple tries to like intuitively know where it's going to go. Okay, so Shadow Servant. No, Saucy, it's additional information. Some people are not going to get numbers. One healer is not going to get any numbers, so they just stay in with the stack because that means that they have
Not
it.
always. Not always. Sometimes healer gets it.
Oh, really? Okay. So then 2 people will not get any numbers, and I guess it can be anybody in that case that doesn't have any numbers. So you don't necessarily, if you don't see any numbers over you, that's a valid outcome.
Does that mean you stay in the stack the whole time?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Shadow Servant. He is going to give us all tails, which signify that we have shadows now. It's either going to be tanks and healers first or DPS first. So, regardless of who it is first, what I like to do is I place myself between my tail and the boss. So if my tail is pointing east from me, I move over to the east so that when I turn my camera to look at the boss, my shadow is pointing outwards, like towards the edge of the arena, towards me, like in real life me. Does that
Okay.
make sense? So if
Yes.
it was pointing south, I'd be right here, and I'm going to use this direction for the example so that I don't pull him. So my tail is pointing south. I'm going to put me in between the tail and the boss, and then I'm going to call he's cleaving right, for example. That means I'm going to move over to the east side of the arena so that my shadow that I'm going to leave behind is going to cleave to the right.
Okay.
If I call cleaving left, you move to the opposite side so that your shadow cleaves to your left, which will now be the west side of the arena. If my tail is pointing west and I call cleaving right, then I'm going to come and cleave the right side, which is obviously outside the arena. And same if it's cleaving left, I'll move up to the north and cleave the left of me, which will be the north of the arena, away from the middle.
Do we have to be
About
out
it being
that
backwards.
far?
What, Vince? Hold on. Hold on,
About
Travis.
it
What,
being
what, Vince?
backwards. Is that what you mean about it being backwards? Like you're saying that you're going to the side that the boss is you're going to the side that the boss is cleaving to, a la your shadow.
Here, come over here, Vince. I'll show you. Come over here. So let's say your tail is pointing west. What direction are you going to point your camera so that your tail is pointing towards in real life you? You're going to be looking this way, aren't you? You're going to be looking towards C. And your tail will be where Small is standing right now. Right? So your camera is pointing over towards C and your tail is pointing towards Small. Because your tail is pointing west, right?
Okay.
And so if I say cleaving left, your shadow is about to cleave to its left. Where should you cleave? Where should you go so that you cleave
Oh, I think I see
away
what
from
you're
the middle
saying.
of the arena? You want to move to your left, which is now the north of the arena. Because I'm
Is
standing
it
over here
which-
to you. You're facing your camera towards C, right?
Right. And you're saying cleaving. If so, the boss is. So if you say cleaving left,
You
That-
are about to cleave to your left based on where your camera is pointing right now.
okay.
So that means
So-
you go north in order to avoid cleaving into the arena.
Right. You physically move yourself north. You don't face north or anything. You just move to the north. Because your
get it.
tail
Okay.
is not attached to the direction your character is looking. So you can be looking in any direction. Your tail will always be where Small is. So that's your shadow's orientation.
So if the shadow's going to cleave left, why do I want to go left? I'm going to get hit by it.
You want to go north.
You want to go left to drop it off because you're gonna leave it behind eventually. So you want to be dropping it off in a place where it's gonna be cleaving away from the middle of the arena.
Yeah.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
after
whoa.
he
You get
after he
rooted, don't
finished-
you? And then you cast it from your shadow.
Yes, that is correct. That's why you want to be standing already in a place where you're not going to cleave the middle of the arena.
So that would just be north then.
Oh,
Yes,
and then so
you'll
the
be going
shadow
north.
will lock in. The shadow will
Yes.
lock into place after a certain amount of time.
Yes, you're going to get bound, like you won't be able to move for a second, and after that bind is released, your shadow is going to stay where you were just standing, and you'll move to the center of the boss's hitbox to avoid the cleave. And no
Okay.
chance, you don't have to be out of melee distance.
I got you. I understand now.
Yeah. Here, this was a really challenging mechanic for me to get my mind around. So can I share my stream with you guys so that you saw what I did?
Sure. I think that's a good
Okay.
idea.
You're doing it the way that I had to do it initially.
Exactly.
When we were talking about it, and they were talking about clocks, and I was like, no, I just turned my camera on. No.
No, this is a camera thing. It's the same thing as E9
It's
where
a
you figure
camera
out the
thing.
summon, where the safe spot is.
I understand the clocks now, but initially when you're learning it, it's easier just to move your camera.
It's a two-step thing, isn't it? Is first you like figure out
Mhm,
which side is
yes.
cleaving from the boss, and then you look at your shadow. You position yourself with the shadows behind you, And then if you know it's cleaving left or cleaving right, then you can figure out which safe spot you need to go to.
Dude, where the fuck are my videos?
Another thing to note about it, if it helps you,
Is it because that I can't look at my videos right now?
the north and south tails will always be horizontal, and the east and west will always be vertical. So if you have a vertical tail, there's only two options if you're trying to figure out which side to go to. If that makes sense.
The length of your shadow should always align with the edge of the arena that you're on.
Yes. There you go. That's a good way to describe it.
Okay, I guess maybe I have to stop streaming for a second.
So basically, the shadow will spawn in a cardinal direction to you. So
on your body.
yeah.
Taka, if I was your shadow, I could spawn right here.
Yeah. So the shadow doesn't really have any. It doesn't care which direction you're facing in.
Yeah. So you can, so say if I'm your shadow and I spawn here, if you turn, I'll still be facing this way.
Taka, you know an emerald. Wait, did you do emerald weapon?
He did.
How far into phase 2 did you get?
What's your?
Yeah, so you know when you get the crosses or the pluses, that stays static wherever you move. It gets like that. The shadow's gonna stay. The tail is gonna stay in the exact same position as you move.
I don't think that's the hard part.
Like it's dropping a pin, and you're just a string connected to it. Is that fair?
In a way,
Yeah, like the tail of your shadow is a pin that drops, and that your character doesn't matter which way your character's looking. You're just,
correct.
You're just navigating that pin like a Photoshop pen tool or like a marquee tool or something. I got it.
You're such an artist.
I know, I got it. It's like the line tool. It's like it drops, and then wherever you move, but you just have to be aware of the right and the left of where that line is going.
Okay, I got it. I found it in my stream. Here we go. Here is an example I'm posting in guides. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the timestamp. So in this situation, DPS are getting their tails first. So I align myself so that my shadow is behind my character, pointing at, in real life me, put myself in between the tail and the boss. And in that situation, cleaving left was called out. So I moved to the left side of the arena so that my shadow will not cleave towards the middle.
Edgy music left.
Oh, this is actually easier than what I thought it was. Okay. I got it.
Thank you for this edgy music.
Brought to you by.
Brought to you by YouTube recommendations.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, no, this
Yeah.
is really
Yeah,
straightforward.
I
It's
got
gonna
it.
take a
That's
little
it.
bit to do.
It's
a
going
few
to take a
times,
little
so-
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did go out further than what was necessary, as you can see, but it's because there's no reason for me not to.
Doesn't seem bad at all.
So the four
But-
people that don't have it need to be in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you kind of have like a half second to look at where the shadows dropped and figure out where you need to stand. But as a rule of thumb, you should put your shadows in a place where, if you're standing in the center of the boss's hitbox, you shouldn't have to move.
At the very
As long as
least,
you're
be outside the
of
boss's
it.
hitbox.
Yeah, as long
when
as you're
you cast the
outside of it, it
shadow.
seems like it's safe.
Oh, but here's something I had to find out the hard way. If you stand where you just were, when
You get hit.
you get hit. After your bound releases, you have to move in, or else you will get hit.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Technically, you don't have to
That's
move in
the
that far,
problems.
right? You can
You
just move
do.
in a little bit.
No, it's about like 2 or 3 yalms.
As it
past
spawns on the
the-
middle of your body, basically.
To this day, I still have
Yeah.
no idea how long a yawn
But-
is.
It cheats inwards some.
Okay.
You'll see.
Okay.
Try not trance and then see.
I'm just curious.
Walk
Yeah, it's
around
like
and find
exactly
out.
how far in do we have to be moving?
I mean, why not just be inside the boss?
Oh my god, I
Less
almost jumped into
movement
the
better.
wall.
You're a
Oh, shit.
melee.
Less movement, better.
Do the casters here know what they're doing? They'll figure it out.
I
Yeah.
have film animation lock, so I can't be moving too much.
Oh my god.
I don't want to hear it.
The question is, does Tenshi Jin come up there? Hopefully not.
Yeah, you don't have to because you have light speed.
I don't have light speed. I'm on Scholar.
Wait, never
Yeah.
mind. You have ruin too.
Oh my god.
Trance always has the most difficult time. Let's all remember that. He suffers the most.
Obviously.
Charlie? Okay, it's not.
No, it's not.
Call out privilege is revoked.
No! I like the call.
Ow, 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 ow.
You'll get it again. Can you get Taka? Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's Bravo.
Yeah. I just didn't have
Bravo.
any food, so I was gonna get that going.
I thought implosion hits the side of the shadows.
Okay, Buster coming out. I've had it.
Oh.
Please, two cooldowns.
Thank you.
Okay, max melee. Go into a set box and look at your number. One's out. Two's out now. It's out. Okay, now go outside of the sit box and be looking away. Look away. Then to the center of the sit box. Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna face him north now.
I'm freezing again.
Okay, I'm enrolling, taking forward stat. More. Okay, that's just a solo tank question.
Don't forget when he goes to down dog, he doesn't get knockback.
Yeah, that is a lot. Goodbye, everybody. Okay, tanks and healers might be on a random DPS, who knows? He's cleaving left, he's cleaving left.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Okay,
I
everybody
killed
inside is here now. Okay,
Nice.
so I'm gonna go on DPS now.
God, I get fine.
He's cleaving left again. He's cleaving left.
I'm on the wrong one. I'm on the wrong one. This is bad.
Good. You're good.
No.
Go to the center. Go to the center. Oh,
I did it. What? Yeah. I thought I
good
okay.
job,
I'll do that
everybody.
wrong.
Okay. Then we can talk about orbs after.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like,
I forgot the knockback.
How did that happen?
I was too busy trying to figure out why I was thinking it wasn't right, but it was right.
You'll be my tank now.
Nah, you got it small.
You will be my tank.
That's a knockback, by the way, when he goes down.
if you didn't notice, there was a
You didn't notice?
there was a
I called it too.
Call
I
it
just
down dog?
Completely forgot. Yeah, that's down dog.
Down dog, like yoga?
Yeah.
Downward facing brain. Where's he tethered to? North?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3. D.
So does he always jump 4 times in the same direction?
No, he jumps
'cause he
3
just went
times in the same
backwards.
direction, and then his last jump is random between counterclockwise and clockwise. So he can keep going, or he can double back on himself for that last jump.
So does that mean he'll always land in the same position or the opposite side, or on either side of where he spawns?
Perpendicular
So-
to where he spawned.
Wait, Vince, can we talk about the orbs?
Yeah.
It's because Small and I have to work out with our parties, and you guys have to discuss which priority you're taking for your orbs.
I don't know what any of that means.
Do you want to explain it, Ivy, or do you want me to?
Yeah. So as we kind of touched on, the single orbs are for tanks. The triple orbs are for a group of 3, so it'll be 1 healer and 2 DPS. We'll just keep our same groupings that we did from 9, as long as you remember them. So the way we did it in our other group is like a priority system. So, Small, for me, my priority would be west, then south, then east, and yours would be north, then east, then south. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then our party just has to come with us, so they need to know where they're going. For the time being, we can mark each other, so that if you guys need to find us, you know where to go. Do you guys remember the groups?
I
Hold
don't.
up.
Trance and Saucy are with Small, and
Yeah, I
you
know. You can talk over me.
Taka are with Ivy.
So does
So-
that mean is Small
so
getting
has-
your priority then because he's on this
What?
side?
Oh yes, I
No.
remember now.
He's getting my I'm getting my priority. He can take north, east, and then south.
These are just for this. Like you won't be going northeast or south necessarily. That's just your priority.
Yeah. So you'll like if north is available, it's yours. If
Right.
west is available, it's mine. And then south and east is just relative to the priority system.
What do you mean by available?
So
Yeah.
there's four
Orbs,
sets
yeah.
of orbs, right? There's two sets that are just single orbs, and those are the tanks. There's 2 sets that are orbs of 3. So there'll be 2 groups that need to soak an AoE from the triple orb.
Do we need to be under them?
And they spawn in the cardinal directions. They spawn on the cardinal or intercardinal directions. Any one of them in any combination. And the reason why Ivy and Small are giving themselves priorities is because when they appear, Small is going to look to the north. If there's not something there, he's going to move to northeast, east, southeast until he finds where there's a triple orb, and then that's his. So
The first set is always on cardinals.
oh, the first set's on cardinals, cool. So
Yeah, the later set's on inners.
Do we just stand under them?
you will. What they're going to do after a couple seconds is rush to the nearest corresponding type of player. So the nearest DPS or healer to the set of 3 is where those orbs are going to go when their timer expires. It's after like maybe 5 seconds. So
So it is proximity to a certain degree.
to a
Yeah,
certain
so
degree.
like the orbs will be above, say D, and if you're on the hitbox of the boss by D, then you'll get the AoE.
Okay.
And there needs
So
to be 2
you don't have
people
to
with
disengage
you.
if that's what you're wondering.
That's what he's wondering.
Yeah.
For me and you, Vince, do you want to take north to south priority, and I'll take south to north, and going in clockwise fashion? Kind of like the what is it? The limit cut.
Okay.
So you take north and any east, and I'll take south and any west.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So
And I just
same thing.
and I
for
just have to
us.
be close. And I just have to be close to it.
Yes,
close
you have to be
enough.
you have to be closer to yours than I am to mine. Otherwise, we'll get doubled.
or us, because we can take it too if we're too
Right.
close. So you want to make sure that if you're in a group, you're stacked with your healer.
And these are all cleaves, by the way. So don't be too close to another person. That's not supposed to be with you guys.
Um,
It's gonna be important later.
So following that is the doges that spawn, and so one of them will have a tether attached to it, and that's the one that's going to indicate the safe side. So it'll, like we were talking about, it'll rotate 3 times, and then the 4th time it'll either continue the same, like clockwise, or it'll go back counterclockwise. Does that make sense?
Normal mode.
It'll actually rotate 4 times, and then
Oh, 4 times. Sorry, it'll rotate 4 times and then 1.
so if it starts on the north, either the east or the west is going to be the safe wall.
Safe. Yeah. Once
And
the
that-
safe wall is determined, then we have to do the orbs again. So the way we were doing it in our other group is, with wide angle and anti-air that we did in 9S, how we had our sides that we did for our
Mhm.
cleaves. So we did it similarly. So facing the wall, like as if you're running to the wall. So if C was the safe side, running towards the wall, I would take the 4 side, and you would take the B side, priority-wise. the one thing about this is that it's not guaranteed that an orb, like the triple orb, will spawn on one on each side. There could be two over on this side.
So I just take the leftmost heading.
Yeah,
towards the
you
safe
take the
spot.
leftmost, I take the rightmost.
This is important. Small and his group takes the
Yeah,
leftmost.
sorry, sorry.
Ivy
Don't
and
leave me
her
alone.
group
My
will
group.
take the rightmost. Similarly,
That's
Vince,
simple.
I will take the rightmost tank orb, and you take the leftmost tank orb,
And this is facing the wall.
facing the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
This confused me at first. The orbs are not going to be anywhere close to this wall, by the way. They're going to
No.
be like
In the middle
again,
of the arena.
Yeah, spawning around the arena. So you kind of gotta like do like a pachinko sort of test to say like, okay, there's an orb over there, a triple orb over there between 1 and A, which means it's going to like fall all the way down to where Ivy is standing, like a pachinko machine. And there's going to be a tank orb over here in the northwest corner, so it's going to slide all the way down to where I'm standing.
It goes in like a lane, basically.
Yeah,
Think of
like
it like
lane.
bowling lane.
So, so there's basically 4 lanes: outer left, inner right, and outer right.
Interesting.
And like Ivy mentioned, there can be 2 orb sets of the same kind on one side.
And these are gonna spawn on the safe spot of where the dog was.
No, these
So
are
they
gonna
spawn
spawn
around the
It's not
arena.
something I do.
We just need to be on the safe side.
How are we determining what is left and right? Like when
looking
you say
at
the
the
orb.
wall.
Looking
Looking
at
at
the
the wall that is the safe spot. Because he's the shadow that is the real one, wherever it lands, it's going to cleave in front of it and leave only a small sliver of the safe wall safe. So the entire this entire bottom row is safe, and the orbs are going to be appearing out there in the arena. So like I said, they're going to slide down in lanes to hit us. So the reason why we have priorities is because let's say there's an orb, a tank orb at 2 and a tank orb at 1, and C is the safe wall. You're running to the safe wall, you see a tank orb at 2, Vince. If the triple orbs are closer to the center of the arena than the tank orb, that means that you're outer. Your tank orb is being taken out here.
Okay.
If there's
guess-
the triple orbs furthest east, then you need to be inner.
Can I rephrase it this way? Does this still make sense? So we run to the safe wall, and let's just say being C. It's very rare that I'm going to turn my back to the arena. So if I'm running to C and then I turn around, I'm prioritizing to the right.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Yeah, okay.
As long as you're fast, because the orbs do appear before you need a dash, but if you're fast, then you will have enough time to get into your spot after you get to the safe wall. Well, it might be a little tricky if yours is an outer one, but
Move to the safe wall and then move into the quarter right here and just kind of be ready to run out. Like,
no, you're not going to run anywhere. The orb is going to come to you. It's going to come to you and pop, and so you need to be away from whoever's next to you. So that's why it's really outer lane, inner lane.
okay, I think I got it.
Okay. Let's see how it works so that everybody
I need to see it before
Yeah.
I can say anything about it.
just follow where Small is going. Hopefully he
Understand.
Oh yeah. Got it all mapped out.
do not leave Small alone.
It's all up here.
And you will have to disengage for that mechanic.
I don't even think the boss is targetable then.
Oh, he is, because I used to be slamming him with Bahamut during that.
Absolutely slamming it.
Slam it.
So far, I think it was an easier fight than These howls is going fun. Oh, you go.
Need to remember to save punch for this.
Giga slash into the company.
What?
I didn't believe.
You are free to not believe.
And get
If
hit.
the shadow's right in front of him, it's the exact opposite of whatever he's visually casting. Or like it's safe where he's
again,
casting.
one of those turn your camera to where the shadow is kind of thing.
I'm so glad I'm not taking this play. Yeah. Blast. Oh no.
You're ready for Proteans?
One's out.
Say that movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I went to the same
That
It's okay.
Okay,
Go
out of
through.
the boss's hitbox and face outwards. To the center. Facing the
I
north.
think it snaps the second.
Tank Buster. This is stack.
My fault. Sorry, I wasn't even thinking. Yeah.
It's okay. Shadow Servant tanks healers first,
Uh-oh.
and maybe a DPS.
He's cleaving left. He's cleaving to his left. Wrong side. Side B.
I have to
Okay.
It is.
Well, we'll try it again.
I saw Vince up there, so I assumed I need to be south.
The shadow
It's not the
please.
case.
It's fair.
Do you guys think that his hair looks like eyelashes at this point?
Why did you say that?
Some really like
Not
oily
really, no.
eyelashes.
It looks like antlers.
I think it looks like eyelashes.
I just think you've seen.
If he's say what was that again? If he's howling, it's in front,
Yeah.
or and then if he's
He's got his tail raised, is going behind him.
Yeah,
behind the shadow, not behind him.
Correct.
behind the
Yeah,
shadow.
behind
Yeah,
correct.
correct.
Isn't there like a slight green tinge when he's doing the frontal attack?
It's on his
I
end.
did-
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
That's.
I
think
just look
that's
at his
what I
body.
used. Damn.
Yeah, I'm just counting down.
Just
Yeah, I'd be
Getting
taking a
by
real
this
good
whole
hard
body.
look at how the body moves.
more than just a pair of thick thighs, Ivy. Lot of
He's more than a
personality.
PC.
Don't objectify the shadow people.
Hey, Alpha.
It's too early.
Yeah, close. This one is Delta.
Delta.
Sorry about that.
That's so bad.
Just try getting used to turning your camera to where the shadow is.
Proteans. Max melee. Comes out. Comes out.
Go through.
Side. Way.
Charge 1.
Please. Don't call this out.
No, that's
Shadow
helpful
Server?
for me. That's helpful.
Shadow Servant's coming. It's tanks and healers first. So DPS just chill inside. Align your tails, and he's cleaving left.
I see it now.
Everybody in. He's gonna go to the DPS now.
Oh, he's still on me too. Okay.
Leaving right.
Cleaving to the right.
Oh, good. Nope, nope. Tuck it. Nope. Right here. Right here is safe.
Almost. Almost got it.
That was really weird.
Knockdown.
Down,
The boss turning.
Oh
I don't know
god
if that
damn
was
it.
intentional.
Ah,
I've got Vince.
Yeah, I didn't know that the boss was still like targeting me during that, so I was like moving, but now I know he is, so I'll stay north.
Mew and Taka.
I
Excellent.
wow, that is a lot of damage.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That was with a deploy.
That was with the Shadow Wall.
So Vince, I think you
A or C?
you would need to be south there.
Right. Yeah, I was kind of like didn't know where I was.
It's A.
A. Orange on the same side. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
You just
Vince
sneaking us
ran
out.
right into
Finn.
all of us. Yeah.
So Saucy, you needed to move over. Mew, you needed to
Yeah,
come
yeah, I
closer
saw
to me, and Vince was on the wrong side. If he was alive.
Yeah, that was a situation where both tank orbs were on the right side of the wall. So you would have taken the left
I
one.
see. Yeah, I see. After I died, I just like it was just a downward spiral. I couldn't figure out where my bearings were.
Yeah. This fight seems so much more satisfying than E9.
Oh, wait a minute, Vince, cancel that. What your strat isn't going to work because when you come to the wall, your orb is not going to be guaranteed to be on your right side. So you gotta look at the orbs before running to the safe wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn my camera, and then I'm gonna be taking the orb that is the rightmost orb. Between
Looking
the tank
towards the
orbs.
center of the arena.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I got it.
Are they?
So
I mean, what color? What are the colors? Are there like
It's
I saw
blue.
blue and orange?
Yeah,
The
it's
tank
blue.
orbs are blue. Tank orbs
Yeah.
are okay. Okay.
Bluish purple, yeah.
Okay.
and
Perfect.
and yeah, and cooldown for them because they do so much damage.
Okay.
The damage is real.
The Oriental Express.
The damage is oriental.
The Polar Express is real. Alpha. Nope.
Oh god.
You'll live.
That's the timing for it. Alpha.
Alpha.
Sorry.
Why did I do that?
Tank Buster.
It's easiest if I just turn my camera on and see if it pulls up.
Stack.
Not that.
Yeah.
Williams, Max Melee.
Dope.
out.
Two's out.
Shadow Keeper.
Face out. To the center.
There was one that was facing in, but it was far enough away. Stack.
You ready for the knock?
Oh.
Yeah, we're jumping off that. Interpose.
Shadow Servant
Oh,
first.
Oh, this
On DPS. So align
DPS
your
first.
tail- Align your tails.
Left.
And he's casting left.
That's good.
Everyone in the hitbox afterwards.
Nice.
Take some healers now. He's casting to his left again.
Vince top, Vince top, Vince north, Vince north.
It's fine. You can take one.
Hee hee.
Good damage that.
Face the
It's
north.
okay.
Knock back.
Not back. Interpose.
Come close to me so I can deploy.
Okay, the orbs are coming out. Remember your priorities. And so taking the north one.
Taka, you can stay on the box.
Okay, yeah, that does a lot.
A or
It's gonna
C?
be A or C. It's C. Go to the wall.
Very good.
Nice C.
Next is AoE and then a bunch of implosions, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, there's Cloak of Shadows first. This big leaves.
Oh.
Oh, it's this one.
Go to a squiggly.
Just wiggly Taka.
4.
4 is safe.
Go to 4. Rotate.
I got
The squiggly just mean it happens later.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
If
taking.
you look close, you can see a thing traveling along the line.
Yeah.
Now it's implosions for days.
Delta.
It's gonna be on the shadow every
Hitting.
time.
See?
In front of the shadow.
And then
On the shadow every time.
Across. Beta. There you go. Tank Buster coming up after this AoE, I think.
Is he gonna stand up then?
So we need to get out.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't have it.
This one you got a heavy cooldown.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I don't have within good.
Okay.
We're on a fucking rampage.
I'm getting Mew.
Pop, pop, pop.
And then it's Void Gate puddles.
What is this card on the face?
This is the one with the Shadow Servant.
Yeah.
Pop, pop.
It's easier than it looks.
I guess I'll do here.
That's
It's
right.
cleaving right, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong one. That's fine.
What's new, Trends? It's a joke.
So now we can talk about that.
Yeah, we just did
And
a lot of
we're-
talk that I don't know anything about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we
yeah,
can talk
that's
about
cool.
all of that.
Yeah.
We're like almost halfway through the fight.
That's not halfway, Jesus Christ.
What
a long fight.
happened? Okay, so we got the butt cracks. Like everyone understands the butt cracks, right?
No, I don't understand anything past like let me think.
The orbs.
Orbs. I mean I got the orbs. I didn't realize how much that person would hurt, and I didn't have Shadow Wall. But I get it now. And then after we went to the safe dog side, I got that orb okay. And then then from there, that's where I left
Okay.
off, like coming back
So,
after the orbs.
So after orbs, he's gonna cast a squiggle, and so basically there's gonna be 4 shadows. One of them on the north and south are gonna have a squiggle leading to them. So just go and stand like max melee towards that shadow, because he's gonna do a butt cheek AOE, like 2 on each side, kind of like E9. And then we gotta rotate because the other shadows are about to explode. So there's gonna be a new safe spot in either clockwise direction. It doesn't matter. You just choose which way to go. Then
But will always be north, like direct cardinals, north and south, east and west.
no, it's
No,
north,
it's
northeast, and
intercardinals.
southeast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's gonna be like if
A
you're
number.
yeah, it's gonna be a number. So if you're in the south half of the arena, it's either gonna be on 4 or 3 first, and then you're gonna rotate to either 1 or 3. For example, if you started on 4, it's always gonna be 90 degrees rotated for the second safe spot.
Okay.
Sounds like a
How do you
Fallout
know which was
mechanic.
first?
The squiggle.
So he does there's the squiggle, but at the same time he does a clone. So he does the implosion. So in
Okay.
that circumstance, I think he was attacking in front of him.
Which means that
and-
the
Or
2
four,
south.
it
were
looked
the
like
only
each
ones
corner
left.
had a squiggle going to it.
So there's
No.
2 squiggles. There will always be 2. So it narrows down to 50, like 2 options, right? So in that circumstance, 2 and 4 were the options. And then the way he was facing, say the shadow was behind him on C, and he was attacking in front of him. Then when the shadow spawns, he's going to cleave the north half of the arena. So we need to be south, which would only leave 4 because 2's in the north end. Does that make? It's kind of like you did Kefka, right, Vince?
Yeah.
So it's like is it third Forsaken? The one with the tower in the middle, and then there's 3/4 of the arena is not safe.
Oh yeah. Small, do you know what's going on in that mechanic?
Mhm.
Okay, so Small is gonna call out either 1 or 3, or 2 or 4, and so you just stay in the middle until he calls the correct safe spot, like the one that it turns out to be. So he's gonna call 1 or 3. Be ready to go to 1 or 3, and then when he says, "Oh, it's 3" or "It's 1," then he's narrowed it down to the one safe spot that there is, and then we all rotate, and that's it.
Is the
Okay.
rotation always clockwise?
It can be either direction, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Although there's a later mechanic where you will have to
Yeah.
be, let's just say clockwise now.
For right now, it doesn't matter which way you go. So after that mechanic, and just for the record, he does tether to all of the ads around him, all 4 shadows. It's just that 2 of the shadows have squiggles leading to them instead of a straight line. The 2 that have the straight lines we don't care about.
Those
Oh,
just happen
that's
all
first.
them.
The squiggles happen last.
Correct.
You just want to be away from the straight lines.
After that, he'll cast I forgot Void Gates. Which are
No,
the
so he
flames.
does 4 implosions first before Void Gates.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but I think everybody understood.
Muster,
that,
stand up, yeah, and then he does.
Yeah.
So the void gates
Yeah.
is pretty straightforward. It's just make sure you stand on the one that's on the side that you're supposed to be
Correct.
aiming the shadow out.
So, well,
Yes.
it's not. It's
There's
not,
a couple parts to it.
Yeah, there's a couple parts to it. So, for the first one, let's assign ourselves meteors. Let's say Trans and Small are on the west one, as usual. Taka and Ivy are on the south one, as usual. Me and me will be on the east one, as usual. And Vince, you should have the boss at this point, so you will be on the A one with Sasi, as usual. So the twist here is that he's going to again choose either tanks or healers to be given a tail, the Shadow Servant mechanic, So the way that, let's say he's tethering DPS first with a shadow, the way that the DPS are now going to resolve the mechanics are go to the tower that is corresponding to your shadow's cleave. So if Trance has a shadow and he's cleaving left, he'll be going to A. If Mew has a shadow and she's cleaving right, then she's going to B.
I see.
Does that make sense? If
And
Mew
then
has a
does it
south
switch-
shadow,
Does
and
it
she's
change
cleaving
to
right.
tanks, healers, or DPS afterwards?
It will, but there's going to be another set of towers in between.
Okay.
So for that one, all we do is we just rotate from the one that we were currently on. And the reason why we have to do this rotating thing is because since people are going to be in randomly assigned towers due to their shadows, it's going to, change where you are to start. So rotating clockwise is the easiest way to handle it. Because these next ones are going to be on the inner cardinals. So
Okay.
again, let's say it's DPS first. You're going to go drop off your shadows inside the meteors with your tank and healer partners who are standing there waiting for you. The cleaves go off. Everyone's in the center of the hitbox for that after the meteors poop. Then we all rotate to the inner cardinals, and the tanks and healers will be getting their tails. The second set of tails don't go off until after the meteors, though. So the second meteors, just stand in those and soak them, and then go to where you need to go for your shadows. There's enough time. It's no.
Oh, wow. Okay, I
Oh,
understand.
okay. So the first one is.
The
Wait,
first
don't
one is
shadows-
determined by
Okay.
your tails, and then the second one is not determined by your tails. We're just doing a rotation for that one,
Okay.
and that's it.
Good. Should we do one poll?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we can take a little break. And people.
Yeah. Pee.
Yeah, y'all remind me to take breaks because I usually don't.
Gosh, I really need to go to the bathroom, so.
Oh my god, Mew, why didn't you say something? You can go.
That
What?
works.
You don't need a hall pass.
I know.
I didn't want to
Like now then.
We should reset the instance. Then.
Yeah, let's just wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt.
You gotta speak up if you're literally about to go pee your
Yeah.
pants.
Like just say like
I mean,
I'll
I
be
can
back
hold
in a
it,
second.
but
Okay.
I-
well,
Bio.
yeah,
You can
but-
even just type bio.
Yeah. Just type bio and we'll know that you'll be back in a couple minutes.
It's all good. Does anyone have any questions while we're chilling?
What's the mechanic between the meteor towers? You mentioned there's something.
Implosions.
Oh,
Those
is it just
are
the same
the-
as before? Like
Yeah.
four
The same, but
implosions?
there's 4 of them. So, and they're not always like clockwise, counterclockwise. They can be
Right,
random.
Yeah, they happen randomly.
A great
that one's not
call
too bad.
out. A great call out that the tank and another group was doing was in the shadow or in front of it every time.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that's so easy for me to understand. So like if
Is
he's
it always a front or back cleave at
the
that
first
time because
one
he's
is
down?
yeah, the first one is a front or back.
Oh, and the second one is because he's standing up. It's gonna be a left.
It's gonna be right or left, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And then that one is also that one's not gonna be in front or behind the shadow. That one's gonna be
To the left or right of the shadow.
left or right of the shadow. Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
But like
That's not a
The
good
other
way
reason
to
I didn't
do it.
want to go is
Just
because
like-
I didn't want to wake my mom up, and she's scary. So I was like, I don't want to wake her up and have her yell at me.
just like the language of like in the shadow or out of the shadow is like super easy to understand for me. So I like that call out.
Is it always based through the center of the boss?
Yeah.
So yeah, if anything, it's just like front of boss or back of boss or left of boss, right of boss. Would that also be the same?
Well, no, because we're basing it on the shadows, remember?
Well, yeah, but oh no, yeah. You're right. Kind of need to pee
Time to
too, but I have
play
a
the
cat on
old
my lap,
game.
so I can't go.
What's the last thing you heard me say?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Look,
It's been a hot minute.
I have one celestial kimono. What can I make?
Is that the Tsukiyomi weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, up to you. Ninja weapons or samurai weapons are pretty good.
The samurai weapons are
So there's another
You
half
cut
of the
out
fight
there.
after the
The samurai
videos.
weapons are so
so
Pretty.
indeed.
So,
pretty.
Yeah, it's just like soap. Ever heard of pup? They're soapy.
Like, look at those.
what all the kids are saying.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
So for callouts, you were saying that you like in front of
In the
shadow,
shadow.
in
Front of
shadow.
shadow. Yeah.
What about for slashes? Is that still good for letters?
That's left
or-
shadow, right shadow.
Left of shadow or right of shadow. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like
the
facing
letters are
towards
gonna.
the shadow or facing away from it?
It's with the shadow behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Who wasn't ready? I didn't even notice.
I did not see.
Did Vince say he was going to the bathroom?
He's muted, so maybe.
Ah, it was.
I will likely bile later, but I have a cat in my lap currently, so I can't go now.
Kitty.
Okay.
Man, I love that.
I find this fight to be really fun, personally.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it. Yeah.
it's much more enjoyable to progs than
Than
This
Shiva.
is this
Oh,
is
sorry,
like
than,
011
Shiva, but
levels of mechanics that go back to back to back to back.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm really enjoying
11s is like even faster.
the 11 is legitimately the fastest I've ever seen mechanics happen in this game.
It's fun. It's fun. Though. I do like that a lot.
E11, I mean,
Oh.
Yeah, the freaking cycles.
it's too
Antocrator?
fast.
It's faster than in E2 when you had to do like what is it? Retribution or chaos?
Yeah, yeah.
The cycles of retribution or cycles of chaos.
Oh yeah, they like their cycles.
That that
Toy
was
cycles.
that was like snail's pace compared to
How 11 is, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be
sideways
hell.
back.
Let's Cirilla's group just started 11 today and rated for like 3 or 4 hours and they cleared it.
God.
Do they have their emerald weapons?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I wonder
They
if
did
it
their emerald
easier?
weapons on Tuesday and then they went in and did 9 on Wednesday, 10 on Thursday, and then 11 today.
Is 11
I-
much easier than 10?
mechanically, maybe.
Once you know
DPS wise,
understand
no.
them, yeah.
At least, we spent a good couple of hours on Enrage because people kept dying.
No, it was the late chain.
Oh, that's right. It was the late chain. Sorry.
God, Ivy.
That's why I'm playing Scholar now, because I want to practice it more. I don't want to
Your
get
chain
flamed
is
for my late
fine.
chain.
Your chain is fine.
Although, for the record, I was looking at the top logs for Scholars, and I was comparing their timings, and most of them are like 2 seconds drift for each chain usage. And I was like, oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, I usually with things like Embolden or Divination. Sometimes I try to avoid drift as much as I can down to the second. But I'm realistic and I understand that other people are drifting. So
Yeah.
I kind of just go with it because I know that most people need cushion. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with it. I don't know.
Like if I'm mid cast or like just finishing a cast, and then
Exactly.
I'm not gonna like finish a broil hard clip chain just so that I can get it off on time. I'm gonna ruin 2 and then chain. Saucy.
Yo, it doesn't help my DPS. What does it matter, right?
Wow.
That's the right way to look at it.
To be fair,
Not my
Bolden
problem.
doesn't give shit to anyone that's melee.
I will
And
take
Bolden
it.
pretty much helps me, and
Well, 5
4 other
people in the group.
yeah.
Right?
They're gonna have to change it because they changed Monk's Brotherhood to be all damage. So
Yeah.
Bolden's next on the list.
Fucking useless.
Is Red Mage competitive with the other casters right now? After
They upped the damage
buff?
the last patch, right?
Yeah, they've upped the damage 3 patches in a row now.
I feel like it should be.
I'd say they're getting the Bard treatment, but I assume that their buffs are
Permanent?
more
You know,
substantial than Bard's.
buffs.
Yeah, it's not like take it away and put it back in 2 patches
Yeah,
later.
I think we're back to our unnerf state from like 5.1 or 5.2.
Slowly crawling
And why
our
is
way
it
back.
so funny that with Bard it's always 10 potency up and down?
Yeah, it's always like
It's like an
maybe we'll give
inside
him
joke
10
or
here.
something. It must be.
It'll bring us back to the story.
Like that has to be the laziest like quality control
I
ever. Like the
know.
people that keep on seeing like, okay, what are the changes that you want to make? What does the Bard department want? Plus 10 potency. Okay, and then next patch minus 10 potency. Okay, sounds good. Like they're not even checking. Like, wait a minute, you're just doing the same shit. It's like a lazy
Just
Bard department.
throw a dart at the dartboard and see what
Exactly.
sticks.
I know people have been asking for bloodletter charges for the longest time. That would be a nice buff.
That would be a nice one. Oh my
Do
god,
we
you
need to
guys.
like make a sound then to indicate that it's getting a charge?
Oh my god, guys. I was so disappointed when I realized that Demon Slaughter and Faded Circle, 2 separate abilities on Gunbreaker, have the same AoE, the same animation.
Wow.
Demon Slaughter? Is that the
Freaking
AoE?
dead game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the
Using
cartridge
content.
AoE and the combo AoE have the same animation.
Hold on. Demon Slaughter. Wait, which one? Hold on.
What an
Demon
embarrassment.
Slaughter Faded Circle.
I'll show you.
No,
in an
no, it's not.
instance. It's the same animation.
No, it's not, because Faded Circle. No, Demon Slaughter goes clockwise.
Oh
Faded
my god.
Circle goes counter.
Oh my god.
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, I know. I can see that.
Let me see this.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I was looking at Demon Slice. JK, sorry.
Uh-huh,
Oh
yeah.
my god, he's lying.
Wow,
Where's my training dummy? Hold on.
So keep on skipping the first part.
I don't have a training dummy.
So there's Demon Slaughter, there's Faded Circle. Yep, they're the same.
Sorry.
Well, okay. Well, the Faded Circle
Hmm?
has the fancy explosions on the side.
Ah,
Who wasn't ready this time?
It was Vince and I think Trance.
Okay, transmit back to your
I need to move away from this training dummy. Hold up.
Just reset the enmity using the...
hope you guys enjoy this meme I posted.
Yeah, it's okay, Vince.
Why is it so? It's still accurate on me. Excuse me.
Dude, just right-click it.
Wait, why did you ready? Hold up.
You realize they implemented that reset enmity and training dummy feature, right?
What do I click?
Oh, do they really? How do you do
What?
that?
What do I click?
Just right-click the striking dummy and reset striking dummy enmity is one of the options now.
What? That's
Hold
cool.
on, this is
That's
new.
fancy.
That's a lie. I'm right clicking on it now. That's not doing anything.
The cast, the target
Just
bar
go
trance.
indoors.
I'm literally doing it. The target bar trance.
Yeah, same way if you wanted to like
Oh.
examine someone.
The same way
Okay.
you would focus target.
Oh my
something.
god, Trent.
I have never done that before. Like, if
Oh
I
my
need to
God.
focus target someone, I have a hotkey for
Ivy,
it.
please cue us.
You're gonna have an aneurysm.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about going indoors. I literally run like 20 miles away.
You don't go. Oh my god.
I do the same thing.
Oh,
You gotta get away from it, man.
gotta get away. It's gonna
And if I
track
run
you
like
down.
I'm moving around on Summoner and my pet's still attacking it, and I'm on like the other side of the freaking residential district.
Why isn't it resetting?
When you go inside and you queue up, you get punted outside again, and I don't like that.
Alrighty.
All right.
Do we need the markers back on us, or? is it
Yeah, I'll
good?
put them back on for now, just so we get used
Is
to.
this for the right one?
Why the?
Yeah.
I hit
What's wrong, Taka?
You potted.
Oh,
I accidentally potted.
oh no.
Meh.
Oh, you got the grade 4 already.
Sad.
Now your opener, or at least half
Alright, now
your
we
opener
have
is
to
gonna be
clear this
amazing.
one.
Oh, Let's. I have more pots for you. For your caster.
Opposite of Shadow.
Is that a hall?
Yep.
Hey,
Right of Shadow.
I think she's just criminal shit.
Cluster. Please. Gotta go in. One's out. Three's out. Go opposite side. Go away. Cluster? Question mark? Yes.
Stack.
It's DPS first with the tails. He is going to cleave with his left. He's cleaving left.
Everyone's correct.
Arrow in. I think some healers now.
Like this constantly down
For
there.
Shadow, and he's cleaving left. Everyone in.
Humble orbs. Actually, yeah. Right?
Knock back, knock back, knock back.
Okay. I didn't think about that.
Now. Vince, you're taking yours.
Sakura?
Okay. The safe wall is going to be either A or C. It's C.
My group needs to finish.
Drinks.
Further.
I think there's an AoE.
Questions.
Find a squiggly.
It's 2 or 4. It's 2.
Two.
Oh no, yeah, it's 2.
Rotate. carry.
Implosion times 4.
Shadow. In the shadow.
In the shadow.
In the shadow every time.
I guess that makes sense. If it's forward, it's always in the shadow.
Okay, now it's gonna be the after this AoE, it'll be the meteors.
Ow, 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 ow.
Tank Buster, and then it's a Void Gate. Oh god.
Oh, I got it. I'm gonna try to use everything I have.
Stack.
I'll probably die. Oh, was it a stack?
Yeah, it was.
Too busy looking at pressing all my cooldowns. Well, actually, that's not the worst. It's just me instead. Okay, it'll be a little jank, but it looks like he's typing DPS.
Yeah. Tanks and healers got power. Yeah.
He's
Cleaving right.
He's cleaving right.
I'm missing someone.
Nice. Move in. Everyone in. Everyone in. And then rotate to the towers.
Take clockwise.
And then tanks and healers look at your tails, but don't go just yet. He'll be cleaving right.
Spins, tower, tower. And there's a right here. Oh, there's a tiny safe spot about right here. I mean, safe spot. We didn't do it.
It wasn't even enough. Healer
Healer
LB.
LB3,
Healer LB.
yeah, healer LB3.
Oh yeah, shit.
Keep going.
Fuck.
Oh, Jindo.
That's
How
a
many
bit.
stacks is this?
I don't know
How
if
many
this works,
stacks
but oh god, yeah.
Is it
Oh my
1-to-1?
fucking-
Oh, that's what it
I had
is.
an accident in the middle of the field.
It's the same as E1.
I want other people's shadows. Okay.
The shadow killed me.
Stay the fuck away from me, please.
Oh, that doesn't look fun at all. 7 minutes.
Okay, so the first towers went off well, and then the second towers went off like well too, and then after that,
Well,
that was calamity.
we're yeah.
Calamity.
Did I stand in the wrong spot? Was it me?
I think so. Yeah. He was cleaving right, and you had the east-facing tail.
Okay.
Yeah, the towers come down, and then you got a couple of seconds to move to your spot for the tail. So, in that case, you should have been at the 2-tower. Yeah.
Well, then after that, then you should then because he was cleaving right. I think you would have had to been on the between
would have been on
1
D.
and 4. Yeah, on
Yeah.
D side.
Yeah.
If he was,
he
that
was
means
in the right.
Vince-
Vince was in the right spot. I was in the wrong spot.
No, I was. Vince
No,
was
the
on my
towers
side.
happen first, and then you move into the right spot for the shadows.
That was it.
Yeah.
Was next to me. That was Butts.
No, yeah, that was me. That was next to you.
All you tanks look the same.
Do you guys want to do that again before we go over more stuff?
Yeah, bitch bug
What's-
is kind of a lot. So
Yeah, what is pitch bug? That's just.
we'll go over it after we get that far.
Do we just
again,
drop that
'cause
all the way out?
Vin,
You just-
Vince, trans. We'll go over it after we get that far again. We were kind
You
of
do drop it all the way out, but it's a
struggling.
holding mechanic, so.
You just poop outside. That's all you need to know.
I didn't know you were into that.
Lead by example with this dog.
Cooldowns? Probably Heart of Stone, maybe, to help you? I don't know. What cooldowns do you have there?
Is this specifically the third umbral on the slash?
Yeah, because the
Or
first
the-
two are involved.
Technically, you guys could heal him between the hits as well.
Yeah, yeah, we can.
What are you using Shadow Wall on? Oh, for the orb. Use Dark Mind on the
It's
orb.
physical,
instead.
isn't it? It's not magical, so Dark
Yeah.
Mind won't do anything.
Use Dark Mind on the orb and use Shadow Wall on the Tank Buster. because Dark Mind isn't helping either.
We can also, I can throw in a feint there, and if someone wants to add a repressal on top.
Yeah,
We should be a TBN should be up for both, right?
yeah. So TBN and Shadow Wall, sorry, TBN and Dark Mind for the orb, and TBN Shadow Wall and Rampart for the Umbral Smash, the third one.
Alright, should we do it again?
Yeah. We're drawing everything else up into
Yeah.
that point.
Okay.
What does he do after the first pitch bog, Ivy? He does the implosions.
He does Giga Slash times. No, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Umbral Orbs and the knockback, so the
that's-
intercardinal orbs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can go over the first pitch bog, not the second one.
Does he do the Umbral Orbs with the squiggle this time, or is that later on?
That's later on.
Oh my god, he does orbs 3 times.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right. That was a pretty good fucking run.
Yeah, it was.
I was eating too. Shit. Okay, I'm good.
You're eating shit.
Yes, I was.
Delicious.
The first, just in case we get that far again, the first pitch bogs don't have to be in a specific location, like on your Proteans. They just have to be on the edge of the arena. So as long as they're nowhere near the center.
Yeah, good problem. I really think you are. No, you're gonna this fight is definitely it wasn't like
In the shadow. Good now. Right side of shadow. Please. Get out of there.
Yeah, no.
You get him in 5?
I accidentally voted instead of shirt.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Please.
Oh,
Yep.
Proteans.
Vince, you can just stay in the middle for all of these soaks if you don't have a doppelganger.
Turns out.
I got you.
Two's on. You look in the way now.
I heard raising you.
let's take out the one. It's snatched up from the castle ones. You fool!
Alright, saucy. By order of elimination, it's you now.
It's a tweet. Tanks.
Healers tanks.
Thanks.
Plus 1 DPS.
He's cleaving,
Right.
right? Get inside.
Me might get it again.
He's
Right.
cleaving, right? Everyone in?
Wait, definitely practice.
Vince, do you want it back?
Not back.
Oh, no. No.
You want me to take it?
No, sorry. That's a dumb question. Okay. Orbs.
Rumble orbs.
Since you're taking south, I'll take west.
You're
Oh.
sorry.
Mute.
Yeah.
Let's.
No, that-
Did I just do your damage though?
Possibly.
Maybe.
I didn't get hit.
D or B.
D or B. That's provoked.
B.
Oh, did you all get my
Close,
tangle
close
right
enough.
here?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. I was too
The
late.
same on the other side as well.
Hmm.
Taka.
Oh no. Oops.
Oh, that countdown. We go.
No, we don't go.
Start exactly as it hit forward. That was pretty good.
So Vince, when are you gonna take the final step of tankhood and get a countdown timer? Macro.
I gave you mine. You want to use it?
Or is it hard because you're on PS? Whatever.
No, I can
Yes.
make a macro for it. I just haven't yet.
Gotta add your own Vince flair to it.
Yeah. Plenty of sound effects and maybe they can all be bongos. Alright, front of shadow.
I shouldn't have used that.
Up dog. Left side of us.
Oh, shadow.
Not a helpful call.
It's okay. I think everyone knew what you meant. Oh god, I just X-talked myself.
You're extra help.
Self-care.
Okay, I'm gonna start saving faint for that hit after the tank resistance removal.
I wasn't
Even now?
Oh,
Max melee? One's out.
he's out. He's out. Three and four.
That's a
Stack.
stack, isn't it? Two stacks. That does a lot.
There's no damage coming out after, so you can just let the medic 2.
Tanks and healers get tails first. He's cleaving right.
Um,
Yeah.
that's we're just gonna take a hit.
You would have been on the other side, Vince.
I think I'm getting confused as to
cleaving
which
left.
part of the shadow is up or down.
He's cleaving right. He's cleaving right.
Sorry, he's cleaving right. Very center of him.
Knockback?
Yes.
Then orbs.
orbs again, but it's going to be A or C as the safe wall. It's A.
More explosions. Oh no, Fade Shadow.
Squiggles.
Could be 2 or 4.
It's 2, 4.
It's two. It's two. It's
2.
Okay.
Okay.
There we
Good.
go.
Coming up on. And it's gonna do uphill.
Nope.
Oh,
That's
whoa.
not yet.
Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh,
This is
yeah.
implosion.
I just heard ow.
Yeah.
Away from shadow each time.
My goodness.
It's okay, we did it. I got Taka.
Haley.
Now it's out.
Out.
And then tank most.
Scuff that one.
This is heavy cooldowns.
Okay,
It's okay, it's a stack. We might live.
No.
No,
Just
my bad.
kidding.
I went for positioning.
Okay, I'm gonna have Recitation Excog for Vince for
Okay.
his cooldown run.
I will have.
We can pop everything there. Faint, reprisal, every CD you have.
I'm getting confused between what's the head and what's the tail of my shadow.
The,
The tail is the sticky part that's sticking
The
out
head-
the back of it.
the head is the part that meets your feet, and the tail is the one farthest from your body.
The head is you.
Okay.
The little dangly black triangle thing is a tail that you have.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's like-
pointing. I want to be facing away from that to determine left or right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I'm doing shit backwards.
It's all good.
Artists.
It took me a hot minute to also wrap my head around.
Imagine it's a paintbrush.
Vince,
I was gonna say something else. Imagine you're a fur.
What?
I need an adult.
You're in the wrong place for that.
Help.
In shadow.
I guess if it's always a forward implosion, it's always in
Yep.
shadow. If it's a backward implosion, it's always out of shadow.
Yep.
What? What?
C, left shadow.
Small.
Just let's go to it.
No, I get what he's saying, but I'm just like, oh, you're cluing in now.
I think he's just saying that like the call out is very redundant.
No,
because-
no. It's not so much redundant as if we want to stop
3,
calling out, it
or
would make it
looking.
easier to forward is in shadow, back is out of shadow. Rhodiums.
out.
Is that it?
He's out. Opposite here. He's out.
Two, three, four. About. It's a cleave.
Okay, TDN is not enough for that.
No.
DPS.
DPS,
I was kind of checking.
He's
right?
cleaving right.
Right.
Everyone's good.
Load in. Take some healers now.
So much easier to see if someone's doing it right. If I'm doing it right myself.
He's cleaving left.
So, Vince want to go all the way to the cool side. Oh, it's gonna be by D, safe one. God.
I feel like Vince might get the clock thing.
Knock back.
Humble orb.
Gonna be either C or A as the safe wall. It's A.
Where's my buddies?
Oh,
And
it's fine.
this thing.
Let's take it back.
Squiggles.
God, these are cracks. It's either 1 or 3. It's 1.
1.
Perfect.
But
Oh, that's gonna work here.
It's other side of box.
Out of shadow every time.
heavy cooldowns.
Trains on there. Don't forget your reprisals too.
You got me provoking. Okay, it's gonna be the meteors, the towers, I mean. Remember your meteors. Tanks and healers are adjusting first. So line up your tail. And he's cleaving to the right.
There's no one on. There's no one on D. There's no one on D.
So Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Rotate to the tower. After this, he is cleaving left DPS. Everyone in.
Good.
Drop these out. Don't go near them anymore.
I got Taka.
Sorry, Taka.
Got you.
Orbs. And knockback. Knockback.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
so that one, yeah.
So
Knock
we either
back.
want to knock back immunity.
Yeah, I
or
think we
not
need that,
drop
yeah.
You knock
the
you knock back
anti-cards.
in bone that for sure.
Come on, you over here. Okay, now raise the healer for healer LB.
I'm up, I'm up, I'm up.
I'm up.
What? It's in reach, Vince?
Is Vince in the wall?
I'm in the water. Whatever.
Oh.
The bloody water. What is this?
Oh, it's the
Shackled apart.
squiggly with tethers.
Tanks healers north. DPS
What?
south.
DPS sound.
DPS south. Move to a
One in-
squiggle,
one in
rotate.
three. We're rotating clockwise,
That was counterclockwise.
but afterwards.
It depends on your orb.
It depends on your orbs.
Oh shit, you're right.
My group's going to B.
What? Oh wait.
Hi,
Your
Tramp.
devotion
Hi.
is
Thanks for stacking that with me.
I heard. See, here's the thing. I heard B, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna be on the opposite side of where Ivy is. And I just looked
No.
over and found Let's over there.
I feel like Saucy should get a Medal of Honor for that. Saved my life.
Okay, what is next?
Ouch.
Out.
It's bitch bog. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, second bitch bond immediately. Oh,
Yeah, it's second bitch bog. We dead.
We
Why?
had first
We're
one,
almost done
bitch
the
bug.
fight though. We're almost
Yeah.
done the fight.
Second bitch bug.
It's to the left of the shadow every time.
There's about another minute after this right now.
Left shadow every time. Then. How did you do that?
There's not much to the fight after this.
Yeah.
One more gross mechanic and then it's pretty much over.
Dark rampant.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier. It's easier than light rampant if you don't care about uptime at all.
So,
So
can we go over that squiggly with the ball, please?
Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple things we can go over. So pitch bog, we just bring the puddles out, your poop outside. Don't overlap with someone. If you go and touch the puddle after it's been placed, you will get a shadow tethered to you and probably die. So don't do it. For the first one. After that, there'll be umbral orbs again with a knockback, and this time the orbs are spawning intercardinally. So I will prioritize northwest small, and you prioritize northeast.
Okay.
And we still do like the same rotation of prioritization. And there'll be 2 tank orbs again and 2 party orbs. So we're gonna knock back invuln so we can just take the melee can stay on the boss, casters can keep casting, we don't get knocked back into the puddles, yada yada yada. Then there'll be 2 implosions, which we're familiar with at this point. And then there's shackled apart. So that's where tanks and healers get tethered to the DPS, which is the big blue tether that you guys saw. So tanks and healers.
Hold
What?
on. Did everyone understand the orbs and the rotating with the tethers?
No, I
Wait,
was just getting
I
to
thought
that.
That was it. That is it.
I was just
right?
getting to that.
Oh, sorry, the knockback and the orbs.
Just knockback prevention, that one, right?
Yeah.
And you know where Ivy's going.
She's
And
going
where's Small's
northeast. No, sorry, northwest. Yeah, and small is
Northwest,
prioritizing
southwest, or southeast. We're going. My group is going starting northwest, going counterclockwise in priority, and Small's group in starting in northeast is going clockwise in priority.
Okay.
So then there's Shackled Apart, which is the blue tethers. So the tanks and healers will get tethered to DPS. So tanks healers will start north, DPS will start south. And then we'll get the squigglies again. So we'll rotate to the safe side where the squiggles are. I think most of the time the tanks and healers were just staying on the north hemisphere, and the DPS were staying in the south hemisphere. So just go either side, whichever one is the squiggle.
And the DPS safe spots are 3 and 4.
Yeah. And tanks and healers will be 1 and 2. So this mechanic, if the tethers get too close, then they explode you. That's why we're on either side of the boss. After the first set of squiggles the straight lines go off with their clones, then we rotate either clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on where your Umbral Orb group is going, or where the tank is taking their orbs. So, in that scenario, my group was going to be soaking on B, and I was on 1. So when I rotated to 2 for the safe spot, and then I went to B afterwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're in your safe spot, and then you have to move to a safe spot. You want to select the safe spot that is closer to where you need to end up. Still remembering the priority. These will be on Cardinals again, the Umbral Orbs. And then after that, there's an AoE. He stands up, and then there's Pitch Bog again for the second time. So, the beginning of Pitch Bog, the second time, we're going to place our puddles out on the edge of the arena to give us as much space as possible. We can probably look at moving them closer in, but for the time being, just to get the hang of the mechanic, should probably just place them out on the edge. So kind of where I am right now. And then we're going to move in, and he's going to do 4 Giga Slashes from his shadow. So we move around him in the center. And then once the Giga Slashes have completed, you go back to where you dropped your puddle off, and you're going to get a clone tethered to you.
Oh.
Does that make sense so far?
Wait, do we have to go back and touch the puddle?
Yeah, you do.
What would you otherwise do to get a doppelganger?
I thought the puddle just naturally explode and then attach to a person.
No, you have to go touch your puddle. So the reason we're getting the doppelgangers is that in the next mechanic, there's 8 towers that you need 2 people per tower. So the doppelgangers act as a person in a tower. So we're going to have to place them strategically so that they count as a 1 person, if that makes sense.
Does he cast Shadowkeeper then to bring your shadow behind you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, that's straightforward enough then.
So you grab your clone. I don't know. Do we want to do it the same way we did in the other grouplets?
For my sanity, probably.
Yeah, I don't know how to really explain the melee one, but I can explain at least my portion of the ranged one, at least what I did. So, for me, on C, the towers are on. Are they all on intercardinals, or there's one on intercardinal and cardinal. Okay, is that too much for you, Vince?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get through the knockback orbs, and then we'll do the dark rampant afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just too much. I need to just see it.
Okay.
Especially because if we're on track for DPS, we'll be clearing right after that dark rampant. So let's really focus on getting cleanly through the mechanics up until then, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
There.
And like I said, I haven't looked at any of this. Like, I mean, it's all pretty fresh.
Nice and golden.
Thanks.
Starting off strong.
Right?
It's okay, fuck them, I open it.
That's out of shadow.
Nope. Right side of shadow.
One, two, three, four. Provoking.
Guardians. Max melee. One's up.
Two's out.
Three's out. To side. Away.
I'm not sure what killed me.
Probably.
I think you got clipped by the stack and your number.
Three, four. Provoke.
Stack.
Healers first.
Cleaving right.
Did it.
One in. DPS next.
Red Ivy.
He's cleaving right. One in.
Red Ivy, disconnect.
Now I'm coming.
Knockback.
Distance friend.
It'll come to you, Vince. You don't have to get closer to it.
Okay.
But you gotta cool down
That's
for
fine.
it.
I did. I hit Dark Mind.
Yeah, he just wasn't healed up enough.
Oh, okay. Safe wall is gonna be C or A. A.
Oh god. Over here.
Oh. Unfortunate.
I should have got the A faster. That was my bad.
Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry, Vince.
That's all right. No, I'm still like trying to get us. I just got the fucking shadow right, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. So that like let's just that's what I mean. Let's just clean up everything. Continue getting it down.
I think.
I feel like we've gotten through faster on this fight than we did on the other one, and I just need more.
Yeah. In shadow. Up dog.
shadow.
Okay. Stacking back. Protean spawn.
Legs out.
She's out. She's out.
Got Ivy. It's away. The opposite side of your clone.
One, two, three. Provoke. Cleave. Jesus. DPS first, and he is cleaving right.
No, I read it wrong.
It's okay. There's still safe spot.
Tanks and healers next. Line up your tail, and he's cleaving left.
Oh my god.
It's only
It's a good thing it just doesn't kill us when we damage down. Knockback.
Control works. It's your north. There you go around.
yeah.
Yay.
A thing that I said a while ago.
It's gonna be either D or B as the safe wall. I didn't see that.
Speaking.
I'm not gonna make it.
Next is Deep Shadow Nova. Getting what? Oops, it's 1 or 3. Not spot cracks. Alright, potty humor jokes. 3.
One.
It's 3, it's 3, it's 3.
Rotate.
Okay, hardcast stalker. Coming up. Good shout out.
Are you sure about that?
That one corrected.
It's out of shadow every time.
I just wanted to see if anybody would trust you.
Some people did.
I did
Saw the
not.
first one, I was like, wait, that's wrong. And then started moving up.
No one told me though.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Oh, get away.
cooldown.
I got faint on it.
Provoking. My cooldowns were not up in time for that one.
I got
DPS first. And he's cleaving right.
Fuck, this is fine. I'm on the right one already.
Move in. And then rotate clockwise to the next meteor.
Remember, even if you have one that makes you team,
Soak the meteor
let's go
first.
over there.
Soak the meteor first, and he's cleaving right. Oh, he fixed. Everyone in. Nice job.
Yeah, I gotta remember to do the tower first. That's what I
Dog.
fucked up on.
Doesn't matter where these go, just take them out.
It's orbs.
We're gonna have an orbs and knockback. Don't
Okay, I
forget
figured
the
the knockback. I'm playing
knockback now.
Oh shit.
in shadow every time, in shadow every time.
There's only two.
Oh, what?
Not this time.
Already too
I know, I find this fun.
It's really, yeah, it's fun to just figure out.
DPC thing.
Oddly satisfying.
I think we have, yeah, tethers, so tanks and healers come north. DPS stay south. Go to the squiggle. Look at the orbs coming up, decide where you want to rotate. Taking westward.
Oh, that is really tight.
Almost.
Taco.
Haley.
Am I not supposed to come with you, Matt?
No, you were fine. You went to your orb after you rotated with me, so I mean it worked.
Okay.
It's what you were supposed to do.
Next is out.
Up, yeah, he's going up.
Big
This is the real bitch bog, but like I said,
God, oh god, oh god.
freestyle it.
This is 100% freestyle. Here we go.
To the left of the to the right of the shadow.
It's right of shadow every time. Right of shadow every time.
Wait, is this the pop window too?
Yeah, it was.
Unfortunately.
No, it's not. Because the pot window already went off.
I activate the thing now.
Where is my thing? Oh, I didn't activate it.
Anyone is curious about.
Oh? Is that gonna work?
No, we get a doom and
Oh, we get a doom. That's dumb.
Goddamn. Is that a good one to stop on, or what?
For that pitch bot, can we drop it around the boss max melee and then run into the hitbox?
Yeah, we're gonna assign spots to drop those on, so we're just not touching that mechanic quite yet because we're still cleaning up everything else. Speaking of which, the schedule said 11 to taste. So how do people feel? Do we want to call it here? And
Yeah,
Add it
I'm good to
through.
call it here, personally.
One to stop on. Like now, I can look at some videos now, and I'll be able to. I mean, I'll know what I'm
Alright, there
looking
you
at
go.
now. And I'll
For
be better
coming our
prepared
way. Have a good
tomorrow.
night.
okay,
We'll talk
then
at it again
let's
tomorrow,
call it
everybody.
there, and